everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Platinum. Last time, we took on Fantina in Hearthome City Gym and emerged victorious with, let's be honest, relative ease. It was not hard at all. Well, we also obtained ourselves the Relic Badge. You can see it there shimmering in the light, very awkwardly because it's the third gym badge when it was really meant to be the fifth. This time, we are going to be heading out of Hearthome City, hitting the road once again. After beating Fantina, the way to the east has been opened up, though the way to the south is still blocked off, so we'll be heading out that way. Before we do, though, I want to head to the Pokemart. For the first time since, wow, Orberg City, we can finally buy some new items from the clerk on the right. She has Great Balls for us. Of course, I want to buy a few of these. You never know what you might run into out in the tall grass. Always good to be prepared. Of course, Super Potions might be good to get. We can now buy Revives, which I don't think I'm wrong on saying that I think this is the earliest in any Pokemon game you could obtain Revives from Pokemon. It's just 3 badges and you can already buy these things? I mean, not like you need them if you have that dowsing machine, considering the game's given us, 5 of these things for free. But still, just the fact that you can buy these so early is amazing. Really good. But far more amazing than reviving Pokemon, far more amazing than catching Pokemon, is keeping Pokemon away. That's right, the time has come. We can finally buy Super Repels. I have had so many people in the comments telling me how annoyed they are that I'm using regular repels and that I'm not just using my supers. Up until now, there is only 1 super repel in the entire game, and it's from an item ball. Until you have 3 badges, you can't buy these. I would have talked about this so much sooner if I could have bought them. I would have been using them so much sooner. So yeah, for the people that were getting annoyed at me for not using super repels, it's because I couldn't. I was saving my 1 for an emergency in case I really needed it. But yeah, and it's worse in Diamond and Pearl because, like I said, Fantina's not even the 3rd gym leader in Diamond and Pearl. You gotta wait until the real 3rd gym for that. It's just, sorry, I wanted to rant about that because you'd think in the slowest game in the entire series, they would be understanding in this game and give you repels from the start, but no. It's the one game where they're actually stingy with them. Anyway, let's talk to this hiker. I have a professor friend, and this is what he told me. If you leave a pair of Pokemon with the daycare, sometimes eggs are found. Well, this guy, if you were playing Diamond and Pearl, he would give you an egg. However, since I'm not playing Diamond and Pearl, I am not going to enjoy an egg today. Sorry. The egg that he would give you would hatch into the Pokemon Happiny. And I'd like to go over this right now, for those that are playing Diamond and Pearl. Happiny is the very definition of baggage. To illustrate this, I'm going to show its base forms, base stats on screen right now. 5 attack, 5 defense, 15 special attack, 30 speed. This is borderline unplayably bad. Not even mentioning the fact that the only attacking move it gets through level up is Pound. Yeah, with 5 attack, Pound. Seriously. That's not to say that the Happiny family is bad whatsoever. We've seen that it's quite good. We saw Cheryl's Chansey earlier, and it was a really good wall. But if you want to raise that family, I'd recommend that you pass on Happiny. It's a lot better to just catch one of the evolutions down the line, and you're not far off from being able to do that. With that out of the way, how about we head out of town with no more obstructions in our pathway? Or rather, a very big blonde-haired obstruction in our pathway that we need to take care of. Ta-da! Kept me waiting again, Emil. Let's see how much tougher you and I have gotten right here and now. Hey, you're a trainer now. You're expected to be ready for a battle. No whining, no waiting. Let's get the show started. On my first playthrough of Diamond, I was not healed up for this, and I lost because I wasn't expecting it. Needless to say, his words really stung when he said that. No whining, just get this started now. He's gonna start off with Staravia, level 25, normal flying type, intimidate for its ability. Double Team, Wing Attack, Quick Attack, and Endeavor. This is a really solid lead, and legitimately the Pokemon in his team that I fear the most. It's gonna try to get off some double teams, making it hard to hit. When it gets low on health, it's gonna use Endeavor when it's not using Wing Attack. And then when it's got you low on health from that using Endeavor, because that'll make it so you have the same amount of HP that it currently has, it's gonna be a jerk and use Quick Attack on you before you can do anything about it. Needless to say, I have lost against this fight with Barry many times in other playthroughs, just because he'll do double teams so many times I can't hit him. He will sweep right through my team, and it's to the point where I don't even feel okay healing. I just want to start the match over. It's, yeah, really tough lead. One of the tougher Pokemon we've seen up to this point. And another example of why the Starly family is so good. Let's see. Could you hit yourself a confusion just one time, please? I'd really appreciate it if you, I don't know, went with the odds like any trainer in this game should, but doesn't. Come on, please. No! Okay. I am not going to be a victim to you, good sir. I'm sorry. I'm using a super potion. I know what you're gonna do. You are going to do quick attack. If I don't do this, I'm gonna lose Acrobat and won't have him for the rest of the fight. And I'm gonna need him for the rest of this fight. Come on. Yeah, told you. This thing is a jerk, and it really is up to luck if you can beat it or not. Come on, Acrobat. Air Cutter is not a never missing move, unfortunately. I wish it was. Wing attack, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know that I have Magical Leaf, but because it's resisted, I don't really think it would do all that much damage. Not to mention that the 2 Pokemon I have that know it aren't really all that strong. Oh, Weasel. Okay, that's something I can deal with. Let's throw Bodhi out there. Weasel is level 23, Water type. Swift Swim for its ability. Water Gun, Quick Attack, Growl, and Pursuit. I think this maybe might be our first time seeing Pursuit. I could be wrong on that because there are a lot of moves to go over in a Pokemon Let's Play, especially at this point in the series. But basically, don't switch out. I would not want to send out Curlia, as that's a move that if I were to switch would do double damage, and it would be calculated before the switch. So, yeah, can be a really, really strategic move. Not like it mattered, though. Bodhi didn't have to worry about that high speed. Just took it out like there was no problem at all. Let's see, Curlia gets that. Curlia grows to level 23. There it is, Monferno. We all knew it was coming. I'm using my starter. Of course, he would send out his. Acrobat, you got this. I have fought way more than enough Chimchars for one lifetime. I know how to deal with this. Monferno is level 27, Fire Fighting type. Blaze for its ability. Mach Punch, Leer, Flame Wheel, and Taunt. Very standard. Of course, if he doesn't have this Monferno, he would have whatever a starter would go and place. Oh, come on! No, he would... He would have whatever his starter is, of course, but unlike some more recent games in the series, his team will be structured very differently. He will always have 1 grass, 1 fire, and 1 water type on his team, regardless of who his starter is. May I say that this is very similar to a certain other semi-antagonistic rival with a name ending in Airy in Pokemon? Yeah, he really likes following in the footsteps of that guy. So, yeah, I think it is really cool that they do that. It's been a while since they've done it to that extent. In X and Y, they did it a little bit, but nothing this drastic. Not like having a whole team member you would never see otherwise. They might do like a different evolution, though. Anyway, though, on to the very next team member. Roselia is level 23, Grass Poison type, Natural Cure for its ability. No, not Stun Spore for its ability. It has Stun Spore, however, as we're seeing right here, with Mega Drain, Poison Sting, and Leech Seed for its other moves. I decided I'd give Curlia a chance right here. Yeah, I used Synchronize to paralyze it. And I was just thinking that since Curlia had a really great first battle last time, it would stand to use Curlia at least a little bit in this fight, just to see what it can do. Unfortunately, I'm not going to two-hit this thing, and with my luck, I'm probably going to be fully paralyzed. Because watch. Okay, no. I'm expecting it, though, on the next turn, because he never hit himself in confusion once, but I'm going to be fully paralyzed. Just watch. I dare you, Barry. Okay, yeah, he's not fully paralyzed. No, never happens to him. Watch, this is gonna be a critical or something. Okay, no, it wasn't. There it is! Fully paralyzed! Did I call it or did I call it? Seriously. And he's not fully paralyzed this turn either. It's like, paralyzed is 1/4 odds rather than 1/2 like confusion is, but still, just, this is unfair. Come on, Barry. I would Cherry Berry. Wow, I didn't think that was gonna KO. It must have been a really high damage range. Well, Curlia, you come through for me once again. I should use you more often. What just happened? You're telling me I lost? Barry, you seem not very perceptive. Just a hunch. Wah! It goes to show my surefire winning strategy doesn't work. Say, Emil, remember what I told you before? Make sure all your attacks hit, avoid every enemy attack. Barry, I was pretty darn intimidated by your Staravia's double team. I think you were right on the money with what you should do to win, no matter how cheap it is. Thought it was a wicked strategy, but it doesn't work worth beans. Guess I'll have to grind it out and toughen up the team a little bit at a time. Anyway, I'm off to Salacion Town. See ya, Emil. You'll be shocked by my growth next time we meet. I need to go heal at the Pokemon Center. Badly. There we go, all charged up and ready for adventure. Now I'm gonna be quiet here for just a moment as we set out on the road because Route 209 has some spectacular music and it's a prime example of Sinnoh's soundtrack being underrated. Just listen. No wonder this song got used in Super Smash Bros. Never minding the fact that we've only ever had one Johto remix in all of Smash Bros. Grumble, grumble, but still, yeah, it is a really great song. A nice mixture of just kind of a tranquil area with a sense of adventure to it. Very nice mix of opposites. Gonna head down here and I want to talk to this fisherman. The good rod is really good. Wouldn't you agree? Well, this worked out pretty well for me last time I went along with a creepy old man saying this to me. More of identical minds. Take this good rod. They really love laying the innuendos thick onto these fishermen. Good rod will let us catch higher level Pokemon than the old rod. It also lets us catch things that are not Magikarp. Only new one on this route is Goldeen. This would be useless prior to Generation 4 because it's a physical water type, but like we've seen with Weasel, that can definitely be good now. It's the only family of Pokemon capable of learning Waterfall leveling up, which could be good. I think that Weasel has more going for it in stats, while Goldeen's got more going for it in moves, but a lot of Goldeen's good moves are gotten later in life, so keep that in mind. Right over here we have a new mechanic. This is a jogger. He is a trainer that portrays a portrays? No, he does not portray an area. That sounds like a weight joke or something like that, which he's kind of a fit guy looking at him. No, he patrols a set area, walking back and forth, and if he sees you in the morning, he will battle you. It's kind of a nice mechanic, gives the world a sense of its own schedule and just kind of some life to it, so I wanted to point that out really quick. I picked a very bad battle to have Acrobat in the lead, but hey, we'll run with it, see if it works. Yay, flinch, okay. That worked out well. Would have gone over encounters right here, but it's not like this battle was gonna take long anyway. So let's do that. Give Acrobat its experience, and, you know, I feel like we've been relying on Acrobat a little bit too much lately. I think, even though I needed him in that battle against Barry, I think he's gotten enough usage for one video, because he really was our star player. Let's throw Curlia out there, see what he can do, yeah. So we're gonna keep going. I think I'll just sneak past you guys. Oh! No, I will not! Well, look at you kids, being required trainers, tricking a big, strong 10-year-old like me into thinking that you're not required trainers. Yeah, you guys are tough. We're gonna crunch and munch you all up! I picked some very violent children to be patronizing towards. I'm sorry. Please don't eat me. You're sending out Bonsly and Mime Jr. Wow, very good timing on this. I was just about to acknowledge that if you're playing Diamond and Pearl, you can encounter these two on this route a lot earlier than you can in Platinum. I did just go over Happiny, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to go over these two, just so we don't get too backed up with bios. I will go over them very soon, however. I will not be waiting until you get them in Platinum. However, on the note of Happiny, when I said you were not far off from being able to catch Chansey, I was not kidding. Yeah, it is on this route. Chansey is an amazing special wall, and she is the classic rare and hard to catch Pokemon herself. If you want to stall against special attackers, there is no better choice than the Chansey family. Downside is, it gets entirely physical moves by leveling up, and it's tied with Happiny for the lowest attack stat of any Pokemon. You're gonna be using TMs if you wanted to do any worthwhile damage and do anything other than stall. The low defense, however, is a necessary weakness. If it's gotta be the best special wall, it's gotta be the worst physical wall. Chansey is tied with Cleffa for being the easiest happiness evolution in the game. We have the Soothe Bell. Would not be hard at all to get Blissey, which is the best special wall in the game. Seriously, go for it if you want it. The trainers really like saying wah around here. Must be something in the air. So, we're gonna keep going around here. Got some new berries that we can get up here, or rather an old berry in the form of the Chesto Berry. We've seen plenty of those. You, however, don't look like a plant we've seen before. Yes, the Lepa Berry. This restores 10 PP to one of your moves. Really good to make as many of these as you can. You can't buy ethers or elixirs in any stores, but you can grow as many Lepa Berries as you please. Very, very helpful. We get a Hyper Potion. That's 200 HP of recovery. Dang. I thought Pokemon XD was generous, but this gives it a run for its money. Let's go over here and talk to this. Hi, Hi, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. I'm Bill, the crazed Pokemon maniac, or whatever. Anyway, this is our first trainer of interest once again in quite a while, Pokekid Danielle. She has a Pichu, much like its big brother Pikachu. You're never required to see this in any sort of big battle, so yeah. Never required to see this in any big battle. It doesn't really get anything across, but you know what I mean. We've been around the block more than once with this whole thing. This Pichu, don't underestimate it. It knows Nasty Plot. Yeah, that raises its special attack sharply. I have had this Pichu do a lot of damage to my team because it'll confuse me, and then I get hit with Nasty Plot, and yeah, that's no good. Think though, oh, well, I was about to go over encounters, but I'm really just getting no opportunity to do so. Buddy, you're gonna use Parafusion on me. Person that championed this idea so much. No, I don't think so. Yeah, take that Synchronize. This is working out very well for me. I'm really glad that I got Synchronize and not Trace. Let's see, come on. I'm faster than you, at least. Come on, Curl. Are we in a speed tie, actually? Because it was faster before either of us were paralyzed. This is potentially bad. Come on. Please attack. May the odds ever not be in my favor. Thank you so much for that. Please. Oh, God. Okay, I like how worried I am about a freaking Pichu. That just shows how bad my luck has been this time around. Maybe I really did have time to go over encounters, but I think this was really fun. Level 24. And that does it. I think I'm gonna go off to the Pokemon. It's so sad, so but wow, these kids are really jerks. Okay, back on the road again. Now, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting to fight you. Yeah, do Endeavor for 1 damage. I step back to go heal, and then she turns and faces me. And of course she's a Pokemon breeder. First time seeing one of these, their gimmick is that they have a lot of Pokemon on their team, usually baby Pokemon, if not very low level ones. I guess while we're doing this battle, it's a sign that I could just go over the new encounters right now, because we're probably gonna get some fair experience out of this. First off, Staravia. It's good for all the same reasons that Starly was, and a little bit more, actually. It starts with Intimidate for its ability, immediately making up for its lack of bulk. Starly couldn't do that. In addition, if you felt like you were lacking a good flying type, or you were just regretting not picking up Starly, you have a good opportunity here. It's competently leveled, and heck, even if you're not totally decided that you want to raise a Staravia, you have time to mull it over. You're gonna find Staravia everywhere going forward. Okay, not everywhere, but just about every single area is gonna have Staravia as an encounter going forward. You're gonna have plenty of opportunities to catch it for your team if you still want some time to think it over. So yeah, very flexible for when you can add it to the team. If you don't care about being cheap, it can also do that Endeavor, Quick Attack, and Double Team strategy that Barry had. And the final new encounter here for Platinum is Duskull. I feel awful. Okay, well, Duskull, let's get the good out of the way first. Has a good type. It's immune to fighting and normal. It's bulky. It's got some new toys like Shadow Sneak. That's a priority ghost type move that circumvents its poor speed. It got a new evolution in this game. One semi-bad thing about it is the fact that it does not keep its ability as Levitate forever. Once it evolves, it gets Pressure, which just doubles your foe's PP usage when they attack you. I wish it stayed with Levitate, honestly, but that's not why I feel bad for it. I plan to use this Pokemon on my team in Emerald, and I dropped it for another Pokemon. I plan to use it on my team in XD, and I ended up dropping it for another Pokemon. I think you know why I feel bad for it again here. Yeah, why did I drop it? Well, I tried using it in another playthrough to see how viable it was, and because it's encountered at level 20 and evolves at level 37, it's just not very good as a Duskull. It really isn't. It was just so difficult to use, never came in handy for really any situation. It did laughably poor damage in its base form, and just with evolution being so far off, I just decided that I didn't want to do it, and I feel awful. If it were just higher leveled when caught, I probably would go for it, but sadly, it's not. I'm sorry, Duskull. I really do like you. Got what I deserve, though. Ran into this trainer because I was biking and not watching where I was going. And it's another Pokemon breeder, of course. On the plus side, Curlia grew to level 25 in that fight and is now learning Calm Mind. That will raise my special attack and special defense together. So I think I will go for that. Even though my biggest stat is attack, I think I'll get rid of Lucky Chant. I can use Teleport to get back to Pokemon Centers like I forgot when biking back right now. Well, I guess I did need to fight this guy after all, but still, at least I got a great new move out of it. All that out of the way, we can now keep going onward. Up here, this is a bit of an oddity. There's a broken, crumbling tower made of stone. There seems to be a spot that would be perfect fit for the odd keystone. Would you like to use the odd keystone? We stick it in there. The stone tower has been restored. Hollowed Tower is written on it. This will do nothing for us right now. Unless you go out of your way to go do something, let's be honest, incredibly arbitrary, and how would you ever think these two things are related? What you want to do is go into your bag, go get your Explorer Kit, and go underground. Right after you dig a hole in the ground so big that you destroy the tower that you just finished recreating, you end up underground. And who is that? Standing beneath the hollowed tower, or at least where it was on the surface, you approach them, and you talk to them, and... yeah, it's just me. Okay, I couldn't help but do something stupid right there, yeah. So, I wanted to, talk to somebody underground. Seth could not join us yet again, so I opted to just talk to myself here. The reason why I would want to do this is that should we check our underground trainer card, you can see there, number of people met 17. If I were to talk to myself again, it would not count toward that. However, if I go up and then come back down, you can talk to the same person again and it will count them as being a whole new player, making this number tick higher. To get the hollowed tower to do anything for you, you need to get this number to tick up to 32. Yes, in a local only mode, and yes, with needing to save every time you come down here. As you can imagine, I spent a lot of my 2007 summer vacation being very lonely and just talking to myself over and over again down here. After talking to a whopping 32 people underground, which for me, all it did was illustrate how little of a social life I had when I was a kid, and you have slotted the odd keystone into place, you want to check it. Not exactly the most threatening sound when you get right down to it, but it's still a cool sounding cry nonetheless. This is Spiritomb! We have another boss fight here, even though it doesn't play the boss theme. I've always liked to think of it as one. Spiritomb is appealing from the moment you see its type. It has no weakness as of this point in the series. Also has 3 immunities, normal, fighting, and psychic. What's nice is that if you're just looking for a tank for your team, Spiritomb is basically a free spot. No matter what types you're already using, it won't conflict with any of them. It also has some really solid stats for tanking pretty much anything. The downside, however, is moves. Spiritomb doesn't really... it does get good moves leveling up, but a lot of them are pretty far away. You're gonna get Sucker Punch soon after being caught, but that's really all you're gonna get for a while, so be forewarned that if you want to use this on your team, you can only encounter it at level 25 here, and you might need to stick the experience share on it for some time. The method I've shown here today is the only way to obtain Spiritomb. If you're worried about having to do all that crap just to see it for your Pokedex, don't worry, there is a required battle later on that has a Spiritomb in it. I can tell a lot of you just breathed a sigh of relief hearing that. I think I'm gonna use oh, okay, good. For a moment there, I saw the normal type, and for some reason I was like, oh wait, crap, it's not going to affect it, but no, it's a status move, it'll be fine. And I guess I'll Magical Leaf it one more time and hope it stays asleep for another turn. That'd be really nice if I get it a little bit lower on health. Okay, I think it's about time that I threw a Pokeball at it just to see if it catches. I'm not gonna use this on my team, but it is a boss, so I figured I might as well catch it. I mean, heck, I sat here for how long just talking to myself in the underground? I think I've earned at least catching it. Let's throw a Great Ball. 1, 2, 3. First try. Supernova, you rock. Pokedex entry incoming. Anytime you're ready. Its constant mischief and misdeeds resulted in it being bound to an odd keystone by a mysterious spell. So let me ask this. It's just spirits bound to a rock? How is it 238 pounds? I've seen some nonsensical Pokedex entries in my day, but this one takes the cake for weight and height that makes no sense. Also, if it's the spirit part of it doesn't physically exist, do you mean to tell me the rock is 3 feet, 3 inches tall? I guess to be fair, I'm keeping a bicycle in my backpack, so that's not really the unbelievable part of this whole thing. For those of you that have played the Mystery Dungeon series, though, Spiritomb is so creepy in those games. Whenever it, like, talks about itself, it says we. Spiritomb is 108 spirits arranged in a rosary, and it's like, we are Spiritomb, all 138 of us. Like, it talks in all caps and everything. It's just, it's so creepy. Anyway, I'm rambling here. We had a fight against Barry to get out of Hearthome. We saw a lot of new Pokemon, had some battles, and we also encountered Spiritomb fighting 2 bosses in one time. I guess we're gonna stop here, even if we didn't really make a whole lot of distance. We still got a lot done. Next time on Pokemon Platinum, we are gonna be heading out, chasing after Barry once again toward Solaceon Town. See you guys then. Okay, I still have a couple more things to talk about. First off, this hidden item is a Great Ball. Yeah, I somehow didn't go and collect it even though I saw it on my dowsing machine. I realized it later, so here it is. Second, I have not forgotten about Bonsly and Mayim Jr. I'll be going over them a little bit later. Third is that there are actually even more encounters you can get with the Good Rod if you go back to some earlier routes. We'll be talking about all that stuff next time. Now for real, see you guys then.